The Epicor cardiac ablation system uses high-intensity focused ultrasound, HIFU, to create a simplified transmural lesion set that allows for an off-pump epicardial approach to surgical ablation. The Epicor cardiac ablation system is transmural by design and has several distinct advantages. It is performed epicardially, off-pump, on a beating heart, is performed using targeted high-intensity focused ultrasound, effectively ablates through epicardial fat, does not require dissection of epicardial fat, and can be performed through a minimally invasive approach. The unique design of the Epicor positioning and sizing system enables it to be easily placed around the atrium. The design also facilitates the smooth introduction and transition of the UltraCinch device. Indicated for the surgical ablation of cardiac tissue, the Epicor cardiac ablation system procedure is completed in 4 steps: dissection, measurement of the left atrium, targeted tissue ablation of the left atrium, and additional lesions as deemed necessary. The ablation procedure is performed on the beating heart prior to a concomitant intracardiac procedure. After opening the pericardium, the pericardial reflection around the superior vena cava is dissected free to gain access to the transverse sinus. Similarly, the inferior vena cava is dissected free to gain access to the oblique sinus. A specially designed positioning and sizing device is then passed behind the superior vena cava into the transverse sinus, and then guided into the oblique sinus and beneath the inferior vena cava, completely encircling all 4 pulmonary veins. The positioning and sizing system is used to measure the circumference of the left atrium and to determine the appropriate size of the UltraCinch device. After the appropriate size UltraCinch is selected, it is primed with room temperature normal saline. Priming the device improves coupling of the membrane to the tissue and also cools the tissue surface during ablation. After priming the device, the UltraCinch is then attached to the positioning and sizing system. Using the positioning and sizing system, the surgeon then places the UltraCinch into position around the left atrium. After removing the positioning and sizing system, the 2 ends of the UltraCinch are approximated with tourniquets placed on the appropriate sutures. This creates a secure fit around the left atrium. The ablation cycle is then initiated. Targeted energy is then deposited in 3 distinct stages, backward from the endocardium to the epicardium. Doing so creates a continuous transmural lesion throughout the whole range of atrial wall thicknesses. During the deep ablation cycle, targeted energy is deposited distal from the transducers into the endocardial zone. Beyond the focal point, the energy dissipates within the left atrial cavity. After circumferential deep ablation, targeted energy is directed to the mid-myocardial layer. Again, circumferential ablation is focused in a very sequential fashion around the left atrium. During the first 2 stages, each transducer is activated sequentially, and the energy is pulsed. During the final stage, surface ablation, transducers are staged 3 by 3 with non-pulsed energy to eliminate a residual gap within the epicardium. The lesion is built up from the endocardium back to the epicardium and is complete in approximately 10 minutes. Following completion of the ablation cycle, the UltraCinch device is removed. Because it is a single-use device, it should be thrown away. The UltraWand ablation device can be used at the discretion of the surgeon to create a lesion in a specific location, including a mitral line lesion extending from the left lower pulmonary vein to the mitral valve annulus. For further information about the Epicor cardiac ablation system, please contact your St. Jude sales representative.